What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and today I'll be breaking down some things that caught my eye while I was watching the Jazz defense, which is ranked an excellent 3rd in the NBA. Well, let's get to it. We have to start with Rudy Gobert, who is Utah's best defender, and rim protection stats show he's the best rim protector in the entire league, and notice here how he just obliterates Rose as he goes straight up protecting the basket. This time, watch how he goes vertical against Jimmy Butler protecting the rim. And he doesn't just reject guards, here he comes over to deny Porzingis. George Hill is also a fantastic defender, and here he's matched up against Porzingis in the post, but notice how he expertly denies him, battling, showing his toughness, and Porzingis does not get the ball, and Hill concludes the play by stripping Rose. Hill is defending Rose in the pick and roll, and many guards in this situation will just follow Rose no matter what. But Hill recognizes Gobert has Rose contained, so he bumps Noah hard, preventing the pass and preventing the offensive rebound if the shot goes up. Here Rose passes it out, and then Hill switches back on Rose. He doesn't take plays off, and here it's kind of hard to see, but he'll deflect the pass in the pick and roll, causing the turnover. One thing that stood out was Joe Ingles' hands, and here he takes it right from DeMarre Carroll, and it results in a Hayward fast break dunk. And then he takes it right from Kyle Lowry. And trailing in the pick and roll this time, he can steal it from DeRozan. He's making these plays against some of the best NBA players, which is very impressive. He gets these steals because he's smart and plays with a high motor, and here he deflects the pass, and it results in a layup. I like Ingles, and he does the little things. Here he intercepts a bad pass, and then quickly outlets it to Hayward, which results in a rare transition bucket for Utah. It's the small things. Here he rotates down, preventing the dunk, happily giving up the corner 3 to DeRozan. Exum has the tools to be a good defender due to his size and quickness, and here's a good example of how he slides his feet and draws an offensive foul. This is good defense on Rose's drive. But what holds him back is the mental mistakes, which is to be expected considering his youth, and here he gets backdoor cut, giving up the layup. And twice in this game, he fouls Curry shooting a 3, which is just not smart basketball. And on this second play, he looks like a clueless 9th grader. Rodney Hood also has mental lapses on D, which is less acceptable considering he's 24 years old in his 3rd NBA season. Here he does not bump the roll man, giving up a dunk on the pick and roll. And this time, defending the well-known cutter in Dwayne Wade, he gives up the backdoor cut. Trailing in the pick and roll, he'll hack from behind, giving up free throws to Lee. He is capable of good defense, and here this is a really nice job of closing out on Lee and preventing middle penetration. Trey Lyles also makes a bunch of mental mistakes on D, which is normal for a young player. Here he stunts at the ball, which is just unnecessary in this situation, and it gives up the backdoor layup. And again he gets backdoored. Bad defense on top, but Lyles has to come over to protect the rim on the drive. Matched up against the guard, he'll get faked out, giving up the score. And it doesn't help he's not very quick, and here he gets blown by on the closeout. So Utah's base defensive system is excellent, and they have Gobert anchoring it all, but they also benefit from the little things they do on D that help them have a great defense. This time Porzingis will set a ball screen, and the Jazz will simply switch it and dare the Knicks to take advantage of the mismatch, and they end up turning it over. They don't switch against every pick and pop player, but Porzingis is so unique with his size and great shooting ability, so the Jazz simply switch it, and even if George Hill is matched up against Porzingis, he's a strong, tough defender, and the Jazz will live with this post-up. This is advanced stuff right here, so they'll switch the Porzingis pick and roll, but they really don't want Mac on Porzingis, so what happens is, as Porzingis goes to the block to get the post up, Lyles will switch off of his man to cover Porzingis, and Mac will cover Lyles' man. They communicate this perfectly and force a tough shot. Great defense. Communication is everything, and here when Klay Thompson sets a back screen for Curry, the Jazz will smartly switch this, and they force a turnover. Most teams when they double the post will double right away, but not the Jazz, and this is good stuff here, as Gobert will double the post, but not until Melo dribbles first. Then when he doubles, Melo is completely caught off guard and turns it over. This time, Gobert will wait until the last moment until he doubles. Now of course, the Jazz make many mistakes on D, and here are some that stood out to me as being particularly bad. This is a simple Brandon Jennings-Kyle O'Quinn pick and roll, but for some reason Gobert decides to come to the 3-point line to defend it, and this gives up the roll and a dunk. I highlighted their communication earlier, but this time Thompson and Curry will simply cross paths, the Jazz get confused, and they leave a decent shooter open. Bad D by Gobert here. He's guarding Pachulia, who sets a back screen for Durant, so Gobert needs to sit back in the paint and prevent the pass. He doesn't, and Durant gets a dunk. This was terrible. Durant cuts into the lane, and the Jazz have it under control, but for some reason Mac decides to come into the restricted area to help out, like he's guarding Michael Carter-Williams. He's guarding Ian Clark, a good shooter, and he gives up the open three. Well, there you have it guys. The younger players who are more prone to defensive errors may get exposed a bit in the playoffs, so that's something to keep an eye on, but overall the Jazz have an excellent defense anchored by Gobert. Well, thanks for watching, and see you next time.